Hello, my dear friends. How are you? I hope you're good, and I'm also fine here. I welcome you to my channel English Planet, wherein I make videos about English grammar, English idioms, English proverbs, and English pronunciation. In today's video, I'm going to talk about prepositions and its types. But before I could proceed, I would like to give a brief introduction about my own self. My name is Sunil. I'm a production engineer, and also I hold a degree in MBA from the University of Mumbai, India. So that's about it. Without wasting much of your time, let's jump straight into the video. In today's video, I'm going to cover definition of preposition, the types of prepositions. And according to the construction of the prepositions, they are classified into 5 types. The first one is simple, double, compound, participle, and phrase prepositions. And according to the usage or functions, they are classified into 8 types. They are prepositions of place, time, moment, manner, agent, measure, source, and possession. Now, what do you mean by a preposition? A preposition is basically a word that is used to connect a noun or a pronoun to a verb or an adjective in a sentence. Examples of preposition are by, for, on, in, at, with, and many others. And you must be surprised to know that there are 150 prepositions in English language. And more often than not, a preposition will always come before a noun. I repeat, preposition will always come before a noun. Now let's have a look at the first type of preposition, that is a simple preposition. They are constructed by only one word and they are found in simple sentences. Well, simple sentences are those sentences which have a subject and only one verb. What is a subject? Subject is basically the doer of the action. For example, if I say he was sleeping on the floor, so he becomes the subject and sleeping is the verb. Was is also a helping verb, but it's counted as one. So on is the preposition here. It is a simple preposition. She overstayed in the hotel. In is the simple preposition, and he rested under a tree. Under is a simple preposition. Now double prepositions. What are double prepositions? These prepositions are found by combining two simple prepositions. For example, in plus to equal to into, with plus in equal to within, up plus on equal to upon, on plus to equal to onto. For example, he was too deeply engrossed into the activity. This is the example of a double preposition. The prestige of a nation lays upon its citizens. Up plus on, upon. He climbed onto the chair. On plus two, onto. This is a double preposition. She was laughing throughout the movie. Through plus out equal to throughout. This is a double preposition. Now, what are compound prepositions? Basically, they are formed by adding usually by prefixing a or be to a noun, adjective, or an adverb. For example, across, along, around, behind, below, beside, within, without. So you're adding the for the first example across. You take the first example of across. You're adding a to cross, so across. You're adding a to long, so along. You're adding a to round, so around. You're adding b to hind, that is behind. You're adding b to low, it becomes below. You're adding b to side, it becomes beside. You're adding with to in, it becomes within. You're adding with to out, it becomes without. For example, he is walking along the road. So a plus long, it becomes a compound preposition. He is standing beside the car, b plus side, so it becomes a compound preposition. So this is the logic behind compound prepositions. Now participle preposition, they usually end with en or ing or ed. So let's have a look at the examples. The ex-players were given refreshments. Given is a participle preposition because it is ending in en. Every detail regarding the meeting was true. Regarding becomes a participle preposition because it is ending in ing. You will succeed provided you work hard. Provided becomes the participle preposition because it is ending in ed. And lastly, you should not leave anything pending for tomorrow. Pending here is the participle preposition because it is ending in ing. So that's about participle preposition. Now let's have a look at the fifth kind of preposition, that is the phrase preposition. Phrase prepositions are a group of words used as prepositions. Some of the examples of phrase prepositions are by dint of, by virtue of, by means of, for the sake of, in addition to, on behalf of, instead of, on account of, and many others. For example, he presented the report on behalf of his colleagues. So on behalf of is a phrase preposition because it's a group of words. Second example, he persevered in spite of difficulties. In spite of is a phrase preposition. He realized his mistake in course of time. In course of here is a phrase preposition. Let's have a look at the next kind of preposition, that is prepositions of place. They are basically used to show where something is located. There are basically three kinds of prepositions of place. They are in, on, and at. So we'll use these prepositions in the examples below and we'll find out why they are prepositions of place. For example, I live in New York. This sentence gives the location of mine. So that's why in here becomes a preposition of place. It basically tells that where I am located. So in becomes a preposition of place. Second example, Jane is waiting for you at the bus stop. Jane is waiting for you at which location? It indicates the location. So at here becomes a preposition of place. There are no prices on this menu. There are no prices where? Which location? On this menu. So on here becomes a preposition of place. Next one is prepositions of times. They are used to refer times and dates. There are three basic prepositions of time: at, in, and on. So we'll make sentences with each of them and we'll find out why they are prepositions of times. I have a meeting at 9 a.m. So this here becomes a preposition of time because it is indicating the time, 9 a.m. So at becomes a preposition of time. In England, it often snows in December. So it indicates the time when it snows in England. So in here becomes a preposition of time. Her birthday is on 20th November. This sentence indicates the time about somebody's birthday. So on here becomes a preposition of time. Prepositions of moment. Now they basically show the movement from one place to another. For example, some of the prepositions of movements are to, towards, through, into, across, over, along, in, on, and so on. Let's have a look at the examples. I'm going to the doctor. So this indicates movement. I'm going to the doctor's place. So this indicates movement from one place to another. So the preposition involved here is to. So it becomes a preposition of movement. The train went through the tunnel. So this sentence indicates movement. The train is moving through the tunnel. So through becomes the preposition of movement. He walked across the road. This sentence indicates movement. So across here becomes a preposition of movement. Prepositions of manner. They actually describe the way the things happen. How do the things happen? They describe that. So by, in, like, with, on are some of the examples of prepositions of manner. For example, let's have a look at the examples. The children go to school by bus. So by here becomes a preposition of manner because they describe the traveling that the children travel to school by bus. How? By bus. The young girl sang like a professional. The young girl sang in what way? In what manner? Like a professional. So the preposition involved here is like, and so that's why it becomes a preposition of manner. They traveled on foot. They traveled how? In what manner? So they traveled on foot. So the preposition involved here is on, and that's why it becomes a preposition of manner. Prepositions of agent. They indicate an action conducted on someone or something by someone or something. By and with are some of the examples of prepositions of agent. For example, the house was constructed by Jonathan. Here the action is construction. So the action is conducted on someone. The action constructed is conducted on the house and it is conducted by someone. It is conducted by Jonathan. So this is a statement which indicates action conducted on someone by someone. So this preposition here is by and it becomes the preposition of agent. Second example, George is cutting the timber with his electric saw. The action here is cutting the timber. So the action is performed on the timber and it is conducted by George. So this becomes a statement where an action is conducted on someone by something. So the preposition involved here is with, and that's why it becomes a preposition of agent. Prepositions of measure, they indicate the quantity of something. By, of are some of the examples of prepositions of measure. For example, the fabric shop sells the material by the meter. So here the quantity is meter. So this becomes the statement which indicate the quantity of something. So that's why the preposition here by becomes a preposition of measure. Second example, she bought a kilogram of tomatoes for the salad. So the statement here indicates the quantity of something, that is a kilogram of tomatoes. So the preposition involved here is of, and it becomes the preposition of measure. For is not the preposition of measure. Next one is prepositions of source. They indicate someone or something originated from someone or something. From where the thing has originated, it indicates that. From, by are some of the examples of prepositions of source. Now this note was written by my wife. So something is originated from someone. Note is originated from my wife. So this is a sentence which indicates someone or something originated from someone or something. So that's why the preposition involved here by is the preposition of source. Second example, Rahul receives money from his father. So money is received from the source called father. So that's why the preposition involved here is from, and it becomes the preposition of source. Finally, the prepositions of possession, they indicate possession. Someone or something is owned by someone or something. Of, with, to are some of the examples of prepositions of possession. For example, this is the property of my late husband. Now this indicates possession. Property of my late husband, it indicates possession. So the preposition involved here is of, and it becomes a preposition of possession. Second example, this antique clock belongs to my mother. This statement again indicates possession. So the preposition involved here too becomes a preposition of possession. Now this is an exercise on prepositions. You have to fill in the blanks with the correct preposition. There are 5 statements, and the answers are given in at the bottom. You can use those while filling the blanks. So that's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for your time, and until next time, bye bye.